So when we last left our adventurers, after making it to the town of World's End, realizing that in order to bring the wagon back to Aurorhaus, they would need another horse. Through the travel there, you were intercepted by some of the local flora attempting to attack you. Though you made it through all right, you eventually found your way to Jace's horse farm, and in doing so, he revealed a few mysteries to you, one being the Elvish journal of a young soldier in the Queen's War. Through some cryptic answers, he also explained the importance of the silver ring that you found. So now you find yourself on Jace's horse farm. You have maybe about 3 or 4 more hours of daylight, and we'll let you do with that as you wish.
We're helping chores, right?
Yes, he is just going about his normal day chores. There's some goats and chickens that need to be fed. He's pretty much self-reliant in this little area, so he has goats, chickens, and then the horses in the barn in the back. He has plenty of work. There's firewood to be split, some herbs if you want to gather some herbs for him, but he is just mainly keeping to himself out in the barn.
I'll split some wood.
All right, let's roll. Let's see how much wood you split. So
I was gonna split wood using firebolt.
So what we'll do is I want you to roll 3 d20 rolls for your athletics.
3 for my athletics. Just roll again. My athletics is +7.
All right. So what was the first roll?
19.
19.
26.
26 on the first roll. Yes. You split about almost a quarter of a cord all by yourself in your first half hour or so. And next roll?
20.
20 total?
Yeah, 20 total.
A little bit less this time around. The sun is starting to go down, so the light is getting dark fast. You probably have about 2.5 hours of daylight left. And for the final roll?
Total 22.
22. You finish off that cord of wood, no problem. There's plenty of firewood for you tonight.
Sakidi is going to start helping out with the goats a little bit, and then as she's doing that, her voice is going to start to crack and she's going to start sniffling, and then realize that she is allergic to the goat hair on these particular DMing goats.
So let's because of the allergies, let's get a animal handling check at disadvantage.
Oh, no problems. No. 12.
12, not too bad. The goat's a little bit standoffish towards you. Drops its head a couple of times, but never charges after you once it realizes you're bringing the food. You guys get along pretty well.
Yeah. Just gonna say, I don't like you either.
What's Aeolus doing?
He'll be walking around gathering the herbs.
All right, let's get a nature check.
Oh, that's not good.
Or survival. I'll let you choose, nature or survival.
That's worse.
18.
18. You collect a few different, some like cloves and different herbs. Not really anything for cooking, but more so for uses in any ointments and different things like that. So it's almost like not quite what you would need for a health potion, but good in a pinch.
It's one of those you chew on it and then put it in the wound and go, yeah, that does something.
While I'm looking after the goats a little bit, she's just going to wander and just kind of be looking around the perimeter and the property in general to see, like, is there anything that stands out based off of what he told us? Do I see, like, traps that are set up specifically for... He seemed very paranoid about vampires. Like, is there anything about this property that's unusual?
Let me get a investigation or perception check.
I'm gonna go with perception. For a 25.
25. Yes, with 25, you notice in the large, that clearing that we spoke of, as you just kind of go around the perimeter, you can see that in a couple of places there appears to be almost like a false bottom. You think it could possibly be openings to a pit of some kind, maybe. And then you also notice there are a couple of arrows strategically placed into the ground. And let me get a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier. See if you can discern maybe what that is.
7.
7 total?
Yeah.
You get the impression that there's more to the arrows than they appear, but you're not quite sure. You're not sure if that's marking of a spell of some sort or just marking of a general trap, possibly. But you do notice there are defenses.
Okay. Alright.
I ain't shoveling horseshit.
I'll do it.
Well, I think, what else do you do on a farm besides shoveling shit and chopping wood?
So as you're going throughout the rest of your day, as the sun begins to set over the tree line, as we said, probably the sun doesn't fully set till about 6, but in the late afternoon, you can no longer see the sun through the canopy. So it's almost effectively twilight in late afternoon time. As the sun does begin to set, you see Jace comes out of the stalls, advises everyone it's best that we stay inside for the night. There's some food inside, some dried meat, and we have some bread thanks to you. So it's not much, but be enough to get you through till the morning.
Have we seen him outside in the sun at all this entire day?
You weren't in the stalls. Sakidi would have seen that, yes, he did walk outside into the sun during the day.
He didn't flinch. Did he have an umbrella?
No, he did not. So you're now back inside of the cottage. The cottage is about almost 60 by about 30 to 40 feet. It's one level. There is a small loft that some excess grain and whatnot is probably stored up above. It's one singular bed cot in the corner, and then there is a workbench, and there are in the far corner there's a small stove with a chimney coming out. He had started the fire earlier. It seems to have died down at this point. So if you guys are hungry, one of you can attempt to start the fire for him.
I'll give it a try.
All right. So let's see. For starting a fire, you can either use dexterity or straight dexterity or a strength roll.
Or strength. Okay, I'll do strength.
So Not athletics, but just straight strength.
Okay. 20.
With a 20, yes, you have no problem. You're able to, you actually start it, the old-fashioned way with a straight stick on an open log, a little bit of shavings. You get the embers starting, and you bring the embers to the inside of the stove. Stove is now, once again, cooking. After you do that, Jace thanks you, and he begins taking some of the dried meats. It looks like he's going to put them into a stew. As he's there, he's very quiet throughout the whole day and night. If you want to roll an insight check to see his demeanor.
16.
Also 16.
No, really?
You can all roll, yeah, just to get a general idea.
6.
With 6. Okay, you're busy making that fire. Tin Can Betty she is on fire right
I'm
now.
in the zone.
She is ready.
Turn around.
The other two, you get a sense he is tense. Not so much about people being here, but with a 16, he's not hiding it. He was not expecting to tell you what he did. That was the last thing on his mind.
Mm. Well, you have a very lovely goat. We became friends today. And I found out I'm allergic, so...
Yeah, I call him Vince.
Vince has taught me something new, and that is appreciated always.
Yeah, he's good at keeping pests away.
I can tell. I can tell.
Do you ever worry about the safety of your animals?
For the most part, they look out for each other. But occasionally you have a fox in the hen house, or occasionally a wolf might try and come into the stables, but I'm a pretty light sleeper.
Tell me, what will you do when the Queen expands her range in this direction and civilization gets closer? I forgot what voice I was doing because I've been practicing my new voice. I lost the Christopher Lambert.
Well, she's going to expand her empire one way or another, but not everyone's happy about it. So it'll be slow, but what the Queen wants, the Queen will get.
But you are long-lived. Would you move further into the wilderness or stay put here?
I'll stay here as long as it's safe to do so. But I'm not interested in the city life. That's why I'm far enough away from that town that they have. Most of the time I just want to be left alone.
I hope you get that wish
As do I.
after we leave.
We'll be out of your hair tomorrow.
Not that I don't appreciate the business, but I haven't had company in quite some time.
Did we already pay this fine man? Vince.
I don't think so.
We should probably settle up before the night. Just, so that we're on good terms here.
We're paying 200.
From what do we owe?
I don't remember how much it was.
Let's just call it 200 gold for the horse.
I got that.
Yes, I believe I purchased some things on the way, and as a result, I have very little.
Should we can split it?
Oh, okay.
Split it?
100 each?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he takes the gold, and then next to the workbench is like a small lockbox about this dimension, but maybe about this deep. And he just pops it open and just drops the gold in. It's not overflowing, but it's pretty full of gold.
Any day jar.
So, tell me about yourselves. Why did you come to Devenia?
Gold.
That's always the simplest answer, yeah.
And now, knowing what you know, will you stay or go back to where you came from?
No, we do not want citizenship in this Queen's Kingdom.
No, definitely not. I'll be going back as soon as I possibly can.
I go where the winds blow me.
I do.
Great whore!
I do believe that was her name, wasn't it? The last town that we stopped at before Devenia.
Ah, yes. I love wind.
The winds. No, I will definitely. I mean, we feel, or I feel at least, a certain obligation to see this through.
We were paid in advance.
We were. I mean, we were paid in advance for the escort, which we did complete, but where there are people who, especially Francis, I know we didn't know the man, but whatever took him, I am now that you have, as I was, as we were, as I was getting to know Vince out in the stalls, I was thinking about how he disappeared, and perhaps it could have been a tree, but we would have heard the creaking, I would assume. But since we're speaking about entities such as the one you mentioned, silently, almost no trace, that's the work of a more skilled entity, I would argue. Of course, I don't know. And in that case, Poor demands vengeance.
Vines that just drop down.
But why wouldn't he have made noise?
Vines around the mouth.
That's very quick.
Vines.
Not saying it couldn't happen. I don't know the flora here, but when someone is taken in such a way, I now need to find out who, and if I can put a stop to it. No one should be walking through these roads feeling that level of terror or uncertainty. He seemed to find enough men. He deserves better than disappearance.
Should we find his remains, we shall bury them in his customary fashion.
What was glory?
Praise the winds.
Here, eat up.
Of course. And we will leave as soon as we can. The moment the sun, well, yes, the suns are a little bit faded here, but the moment it appears they are in the sky, we leave.
That's smart. Well, I have a few more things to tend to out in the barn. Please make yourself comfortable, but recommend getting a good night's sleep.
Thank you for
Do
your
you need
hospitality.
Do you need any help?
No, it's all right.
Or protection.
You can wait outside.
I'll be fine. You'll be safer inside.
All right.
Gets up, looks right out the door, still leaving the sword, and you see a long bow still propped up by the door frame. So you're now left alone inside of Jace's cottage. Do you go to sleep? Do you snoop? Do you talk amongst yourselves?
Did he turn into a bat? I couldn't see.
I don't think I heard footsteps continue. I mean, if he did, it was, out of my sight.
But he didn't bring anything with him. Something happens. Unless he's got weapons out there.
I wonder if Vince is secretly some kind of humanoid.
Perhaps
Or weregoat.
he has magical abilities that we're unaware of.
If he is an elf. From, as he said, that is likely. Shadar Kai, I believe he said.
Would be interesting to see such power.
Yes. I'd like to snoop at his workbench.
By all
Speaking
means,
of.
it's right there.
Definitely.
An investigation check.
I'll keep an eye out while I'm like, oh, Tin Can.
I'm nosy. I'm sorry.
TCD.
Oh, no. Investigation, that would be a 7.
7 total. It looks like a sturdy workbench, something that he made. There's a couple of random tools on it. Nothing that you notice out of the ordinary at this point in time.
It's a nice bench. real sturdy.
Very good craftsmanship.
I mean, I guess I'll take a look around, but not in a lifting things up kind of way, just scanning, which I might have already done. But he's been in here for a little bit, so.
Let's roll either investigation or if you're just glancing, a perception.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around. 21.
21. Are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
As you look around, you may notice that there are no connotations to any religious idols whatsoever, and especially in this place, mostly everybody has some form of religious icon, some either it be a talisman, a symbol, a statue. You see absolutely nothing. This whole cottage is void of any sort of personality.
I'm going to have some more soggy dried meat.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He has dried meat that he's put into a stew, so he's made the beef jerky soggy. As everybody's like,
Well, when he said he lost his faith, he was not joking. There's not even typically you see at least some kind of thankfulness to Ina and Yol up in the sky, giving us warmth every day, but not even that throughout the whole room.
he has seen some horrors, if that is to be believed.
But the suns are always there. Just saying. But it's unusual.
It is. Does he have a bed?
Yes, he has in the back corner. When you walk through the door, it would be in the back left corner. It's a single cot.
I want to look under his bed.
All right, roll me a perception or investigation check.
Can't you sit on it first and see how bouncy it is?
I don't want him to know I did anything. I don't want him to see like a depressed little area and be like,
This is not my
I'm killing them in their
bookmark."
sleep. I got a 6 again. Did you say investigation?
Or perception.
Or perception? A 6.
6 total. With a 6, you notice it's pretty dirty under there. There's some rope and a couple of bottles right when you first look under it, just kind of laid across.
Oh. Okay, missed cleaning under there.
As I eat my wet beef jerky, can I roll an Arcana check, which I am proficient in, to see if I notice any magical symbols or items that look to be magical?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Nope. Just no.
No. You are really into this stew. You're not sure this stew might be magical.
This is the best wet jerky I've ever had.
Got the sogginess just right.
It's fall apart, but not chewy.
So after you finish your meals, at this point now, the sun is fully set. Jace has lit a small fire outside in the front, just in like a standard fire pit. From how he told you to rest up for the night, you're almost getting the impression that he is outside on patrol.
I feel like we should probably take his advice and rest. I need to get rid of this. I didn't know I was allergic to Devenian goats, and now this is the thing. It's not great.
We will avoid goat hair brushes in the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, from here specifically. I've been around goats. Maybe it's just Vince. But we should probably sleep.
We have a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to stay up one at a time, or have faith in our host that he's patrolling for our safety?
He could have ambushed us when we were separated during the day.
Yeah, I think if he was going to hurt us, he would have by now.
Well, I mean more like he's only one elf. So if something happens to him and then we're asleep, it's fine either way.
This is his territory.
He takes care of himself. He's made it this far. Have faith.
Jordy rules.
What are the odds?
Maybe he'll be fine.
Okay.
So you all lay down, take a rest. It's pretty quiet out there. You do hear, as you're trying to drift off into slumber, you hear some owls in the background. The wind rustling leaves, a couple of branches breaking in the background, and before you know it, you are slowly drifted into your slumber. Can I have Constitution saving throws from everybody, please?
Woo! With an nat 20 plus 5.
Dirty 20.
$20.
Oh,
20?
Oh.
So your dreams start pretty slowly. There's no forgetting where you are. You're slowly drifted off into a slumber, and a quite pleasant, you feel comfortable and warm. And for a moment, you feel happy. There's a knock at the door. You don't know how long you've been asleep. You don't know what time it is. Hello? Help! Please help! I was attacked on the road! Please, let me in!
where is the elf man?
I don't know. Do we see him anywhere in the house?
You have a couple of small lanterns inside, and you notice it's just the three of you inside. There's windows on all four sides of the cottage, and then the door where you continually hear the pounding.
There's no windows next to the door.
There is a window on the same side, but not directly next to it. If you were looking at the front of the cottage, the door is just to the right of center, and the window is a little bit to the left of center.
Is it still dark? Can we tell?
It is dark, but you do see a little glow in the front window of that fire that Jace had left. And you all did get a full long rest for any of you. Still not sure what time it is, but you did get a full rest. It's still dark out.
There should be a gentleman out front that can help you.
Please, I haven't seen anyone in days. I need help. Please, let me in.
If I go over to the window, can I see?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna also grab my my mace and shield. Oh, actually, I forgot that I have very good perception. 15.
The 15. You can't see any faces, but as you're looking out the window, you realize something when you hear them yelling for help. You recognize this voice. You just can't place it. You recognize it.
I don't know what to do. This is not our home, and it would be foolish of us to open the door when this man specifically told us that the creatures that we have been talking about can't come in unless you invite them. We could try to open the door.
But not invited.
Just crack
Please,
the door.
I need some help.
Is there a back door?
There's only one door.
Is there a window that I could fit out of?
All of the windows, they don't open. They're just like pane glass.
Can I go up the chimney?
The chimney
Seems I don't
is
think this place is up to code.
it's
It's a
a
fire code.
it's a stove chimney, so it's not like a brick chimney. It's just a stove chimney, so it's only like
So
a
there's
8
no
inch.
way out.
I mean, we can smash the windows. We just
If we
probably don't want to
Jace
do
will
that.
not be happy with us. Well, I guess we could open the door and peek and not invite them in. Do we want to try that?
I would say that if someone's truly in dire need, if you open the door, they'll come barging right in.
Open the door.
I'm sorry, I am
Prepare
weird
to
in this
blow them
town.
away. I mean, literally, with wind.
We're going to open the. I can't.
We're opening the door. Stand back.
Who's opening the door?
I'll open it.
All right, Tinkham Betty.
Be like,
Does it open in?
The door opens to the inside. Yes.
And I'm going to use gust if anything tries to rush in.
and when Betty opens the door, I am going to cast light on my mace.
Okay, so it's nice and bright.
Yes.
So as you open the door, it begins to creak as you pull it towards you. And before you get it all the way open, you see a humanoid figure of a man about 6 feet tall. He's actually laying just, if you would look at the front of the cottage, it has a couple of boarded planks. So not quite a porch, there's no railings, but it works as almost like an easeway into the cottage. Just off of the planks, about 6 feet from the front door, you see a man lying on the ground face down.
That's unfortunate. Close the door.
Are you alright? Do I see Jace out there? Like near the fire?
You roll a perception check.
10.
10 total. You don't see anything other than the man laying on the ground.
Hello? Are you alright?
Please help. I need help. Please. Please help me.
Can't you get up?
I can't. Please, I was attacked on the road. Help.
How did you get over there?
Please, I don't know. This is the first place I found.
Show me your face.
Roll a perception check.
Can I help with my light at all?
Yes, you can do so with advantage.
Yeah. You're just nestled in the corner.
Yeah. 14. With advantage, you said?
Yes.
14 both times.
14 total.
Perception, yeah.
From the distance, this face looks familiar. You know this face.
What's your name?
My name is Francis. Please help me.
It's Francis.
I'm gonna go out. She's gonna push past.
Jesus. It's not him.
That may be so. She's not gonna like run up to him, but just kind of like pushing forward. Francis, it's Sakidi.
Oh my God, thank God. Please help me. Please. There's something in the woods.
She's gonna stay like, well, he's only about 6 feet away, right? So
About
she's just gonna
6
kind of step forward, but just keep 5 feet between. Like, what happened to you?
I was attacked. Please get me inside. I'm so cold.
As they're talking, I want to come out onto the porch too, but kind of be just looking around to see if I see anything else while they're...
Perception check.
4.
You don't see anything. It's eerily quiet out in the woods right now.
Can I see any wounds from where I am?
With your light, you don't see any wounds, but there is blood on his clothes.
Okay. She's gonna step forward and then lean down and cast Cure Wounds at first level.
All right. So as you cast, you feel the magical energy from within you, and as you go and place your hand on top of Francis in order to heal him,
This should feel warm.
does a 18 hit.
Yes.
None of you are dead.
So as you go to lay your healing light onto Francis, he quickly flips over and grapples you.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit.
No.
And as he goes to grapple you, he has you, you actually see he begins to attack your neck, and I need everyone to please roll initiative.
She's got her shield in her mace, her mace in her hand, so she's just gonna. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Shoot it.
Whoa! Unfurling something.
Another that. I'm learning as I go.
Keep our people up.
Or people.
Grab where we put them.
Our where are our
Do we leave
peeps?
them on the table or? I think they'd be right in the front here.
Yeah, that's what that's.
Somebody is coming in here at night, just switching things around. Yeah, I know.
Oh, there.
Oh,
Look at your face.
this is the monster side. I'm not looking on the monster side.
I remember this from like the old days. This is how my dad used to play a lot of games.
Because I never DM'd in person. I now love that owl bear hat. Like, so in love with it after we used it that first time. It's so easy.
So just for a simple layout, this is the red is the front door. These are two pillars on the inside. This over here is where the stove is. The blues are the different windows, the bench, the bed, and these green things are shelves that are about 6-7 feet tall.
Other side, like back, that about right. Oh, you said he was 6 feet away, so he'd be there, right? He'd be
Oh, Francis.
yeah, dead son of a bitch.
Just gonna use this looking way here. So where is this right here?
Oh, you're much further away than I thought.
Because it was about 6 feet to the edge to right to where they could get to them. All right, we have 20 and above.
20. It's a big first for me.
20 for Tin Cam Betty. 15 to 20.
17.
15, we have Aeolus.
I got a 4.
Got a 4. All right, so at the top of the round, Betty, you are up first. You just saw Francis try to attempt to reach out and latch on to your good friend, Sakidi. What do you do?
Francis, I thought we were cool! I'm gonna pull out my greatsword and see if I can, I guess, take a whack at his arm. Try to get him to stop.
All right.
Maybe lop his arm off if I can.
All
Sorry,
right.
I gotta get closer. Well,
All right, roll me an attack roll.
ooh. 10.
10. Your first attack, as you attempt to hit it, he moves fast. He is still holding on to Sakidi, but he is moving as you're swinging. Second attack.
25.
A 25 hits. Roll for damage.
2d6 plus 4. Roll 1. 14 points of slashing damage.
14 points of slashing damage. This time you're able to make purchase as you hit and slice. There is damage, but not as much as you thought there should be for that solid hit. Anything else? Aeolus, you're on deck.
No, I guess that's all I can do.
I am going to step forward and touch Sakidi and cast at second level Bull Strength, so she has advantage on strength checks, and her carrying capability doubles.
So strong.
I wish our voice wasn't this.
And I'll take one. Nope. 2 steps to the side. And I'm going to throw a blob of acid out. dearly departed Francis.
Okay, is that a attack roll or a
It's a cantrip.
is it a save or an attack roll?
Dex save.
Dex save, what are we looking to beat?
Yeah, 7.
No.
No, what am I looking at?
Your
Oh,
your
sorry.
spell-
I'm
Your spell save?
15.
Like, there's no way. You just have to be
15?
I
the
was,
worst
I'm like,
sorcerer.
Six.
I looked at spell attack, not save.
Success. Unfortunately, they are still mobile enough to be able to move out of the way.
Oh, they don't even take half on that.
Or actually, what was the spell that you gave to Sakidi?
Enhance ability.
You will not be able to throw that acid splash because that's your action.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Unless, do you have, I believe, Quicken spell as one of your sorcerer meta magics?
I don't think so.
It'll be under your actions page to your sorcerer because that means you'd be able to turn a action spell into a bonus action.
Nah.
All right, so we'll retcon. No acid. You still
No
have
acid.
you still have a bonus action. Is there anything you'd like to use it for?
Nope, nothing useful.
Okay, moving forward, it is now Francis's turn. He still has Sakidi locked up real tight with a tight grip, and that is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so now as it takes a bite into Sakidi's neck, Sakidi, you take 7 points of piercing damage and 11 points of necrotic damage as the vampire feeds on you, and your hit point maximum is reduced by the amount of necrotic damage that you took.
Okay. You hear her scream out, "Kill this fucker!"
Never liked you anyways, Francis.
And as you do that, they will also take a slash at you, Tin Can Betty. It's a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Misses. This vampire snarling. Francis is looking at you. The man that you thought you knew is no longer staring back at you. Sakidi, you're up.
Hold on, sorry. It was 45, and that was a total of 18. So why did it say that? Something happened when I changed my maximum hit points, so I'm just gonna give it back.
Yeah, it was 18 points total, but your maximum only dropped by 11.
Right. For some reason it dropped really fast. Okay, anyway. I will give myself 7 is 38 minus 11 is 27. So, yeah, strange. Okay, anyway. She is going to scream out to Hor, and she's going to channel divinity to turn undead.
All right. Is that a wisdom saving throw or a constitution?
It is a... It doesn't say. What the hell? Very strange. One second. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. No, that's a failure. So I believe with your channel divinity, they must run
Turn for 1 minute, or until it takes any. Turn for 1 minute. It must spend its turns trying to move as far away as possible, and can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
I just wanted to make sure this isn't. I don't have to use my reaction just yet.
And
correct?
it also can't take reactions.
Oh, okay, yes. So
It can only
on
dash.
the start of his turn, he is turned.
And if he's a CR half or lower, he is instantly destroyed.
He is not a CR.
She's just gonna scream. Ah! You see the light just kind of like from her eyes and mouth and ears, as she blasts out the divinity from Hor. That's my action.
Bonus action?
As a bonus action, she's going to just press the mace against her chest and cast Healing Word on herself.
All right, excellent. Reheal some of those hit points.
And then I am still grappled.
You are
Yes,
still
I'm still
technically grappled.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So that's all she's gonna do because she knows he's gonna run. Or he's confident that he'll run.
Betty, you are up.
Oops.
I'm gonna take another swing at him. Drop her. Drop her.
How long have you been with Sakidi, would you say?
Oh, I don't know.
She's breathing heavy. She's like,
How long have I been with her?
Would you know that her undead turn undead if you attack them, it cancels.
Oh.
If you cause them damage.
If I cause the undead damage, it cancels the turn undead.
Yes.
I feel like I would know that.
yeah,
I think.
it's kind of.
I think that it's kind of important. Maybe Amanda didn't know that, but I think Amanda knows it.
I would
Yeah.
say we've been traveling together for several months at the very least.
And been fighting enough. Yeah. So then I won't do that.
I'm going to attempt to help to break her
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, I want to try to pull her away from.
All right, give me a athletics check.
$17 + 7.
Oh yes, you rip Francis's hand right off of Sakidi. Sakidi is now free. Bonus action?
Is Sakidi still down? Like, is she prone or is she up?
Nope, she's still standing. He had Sakidi grappled, like by the collar, trying to bite on.
No, I guess that's it then.
The fucker bit me.
Oh, no.
Aeolus.
When I see him be ripped from her, I'm going to cast Gust to blow him 5 feet away from her.
All right, so what is that? Strength saving throw. What's the DC?
15.
That is a failure. So which direction are you pushing them?
It's only
Like
5 feet, so I guess it's... Well, since I'm this way, I guess it...
You can push whichever, I think. Or not. I don't know how the spell reads.
I believe
can
that you
move.
can push them.
This is 5 feet away from me, I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
But it's got a 30-foot range, so...
So like here.
Fine. Unless, I
Or
guess...
you can move them.
Let's just get behind you.
Reach around, you press, and almost like a mini tornado spins really quickly and pushes Francis away. Next up, Francis, he is going to run straight away for a full 30 feet, and he is out into the woods.
This only lasts for a minute. I don't know if we want to destroy it or follow it.
Find our host. This was either an ambush or he's in danger.
It will be back. It will be back. I am not doing well.
Then he cannot enter the house, correct?
Yeah, I believe.
Right.
You best get inside. For sure, Sakidi.
I'm not leaving you out here by yourselves. Should we find him? She's gonna be watching to see when he, finally is like fucking 28 days later zombie and starts running back. Just like stops.
That's what he's gonna
Around and
be
starts
doing
coming
at the
back.
windows, like
Yeah.
where the soldier was like.
Is there anything that we need to do to prepare?
Perhaps we get inside. And
He
wait
said
for
he was
sun
in the
to
barn.
rise.
Should we look for Jace?
Let's go to the barn.
All right.
Does it need an invite to get in the barn, or is that only houses?
How does that work? Is there a door?
If I look over towards where Jace said he was gonna be, can I see a light on or anything? Like,
No, you see no light other than emanating from the front fire and inside of the cottage.
We've all seen
Can
the
someone
Lost
else-
Boys. We know he's the head vampire.
can anyone else
This is just
scream?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Can anyone else yell for him? I can't.
Jace!
Freaking go!
Where are you? It's freaking crazy out here.
So I will say in initiative order, Sakidi, you are up.
Okay, how much time was that?
We'll say approximately that was, let's call it a one full round. So it was about 6, maybe 10 seconds at most.
Are we running to the barn? Are we seeing the lights are off?
I say we run there as quickly as possible.
Alright, we're gonna run to the barn. Sophie's gonna start running.
Okay, so the barn, this isn't to scale. It's about maybe 300 feet away, so about 100 yards. It's actually underneath those black
Okay.
covers right there. So if you want to move this out of the way. So inside of the barn, try to erase this.
That's it done. Okay.
Okay, so the entrance to the barn is over here. So if you were to run over here, we'll just for the sake of argument, right at this particular time, we are out of initiative. You are not sure where Francis went. And as you go over and into the barn, there are a few horses inside. When you first walk into your left and your right, you notice there's a couple of benches with saddles and blankets, things for the horses. All the horses are in their stables.
Is it pitch black in here?
It's pretty dark inside of here. There is a couple of small lanterns.
You still have your mace lit up.
Her
I
mace
have my
is.
drift. I can use my drift globe.
Yes,
take
you can
that
also use your drift globe. You don't really have a problem seeing.
goes
It
the
is dark, but with the lamps, the light, and the drift globe, it's pretty well lit up. You see no sign of Jace.
Jace, are you in here?
Ask your twig.
Oh, I have that.
Oh.
I'm just gonna hand it over with shaky hands.
Or should we ask where the creature went?
I will remind you, you can use it twice a day. It refreshes at dawn.
Oh.
You used it on your way.
Twice.
You used it once, so
Oh,
you
no, I
have
used
you have one use left.
Oh.
Because you used it the day before just to test, and then once
Oh,
on your
right.
travel.
So, should I ask where Jace is?
I think we'll know soon enough where Francis is.
Okay. Where's Jace?
Starts spinning around in your palm. It's gone about 3 or 4, and then it points to the far end of the barn.
That way? Do I see anything?
You see nothing.
The horses don't seem spooked, so
Would they be spooked at a corpse?
they would be upset if there was. Yes, I think so.
I don't think so.
You want to investigate inside of the barn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get investigation checks from everyone, please.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself before we do that.
Good idea. That's good for 8 hours.
17.
17.
Oh, that was investigation, right?
Yes.
I think that was only yeah, that's a 6.
6.
15.
And 15. Altogether, you begin to notice the barn is very well kept and everything. The only place where there's a bit of clutter is there's excess hay in this general area right here. It seems weird that there's just excess pile of hay.
Well, we're adults. We can handle this.
Absolutely. Alright. The hay seems a bit out of place. I would like to look a bit closer at it.
So as you get closer to the hay, you move it around, you notice underneath the hay there's a trapdoor.